I know what you're thinking, Clavicular. How can this 41-year-old man roll out of bed, go like this real quick to his hair, sit down, not apply any eyeliner, not put any drops in his eyes to make his whites look whiter, not be on testosterone since he was 14 years old, and still be a 10 out of 10. My guy, I even put on one light for my stream setup just so that you could see the jawline and the absolute perfection that I'm radiating in my video right now.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
And I know you're gonna judge me, because after watching Connor's video, which is hilarious, and we're gonna go through it, it looks to me that you spend more time judging other dudes and how they look than picking up chicks, which I thought was the whole point of the Looksmaxing to begin with.
Wow, this is awkward. I feel like I'm in my first junior high mixer.
I don't know, guys. This generation, in their own words, is absolutely cooked. I didn't even know what Looksmaxing was until I saw John Bravo's video on Clavicular a few days ago. Like, what these kids are willing to do to their bodies at such a young age blows my mind. When I was in my teens, my early teens, I was more interested in playing video games, collecting cards, hanging out with my friends, riding bikes, working on my car as soon as I got my license at 16, and then going to the gym, improving myself, just having fun. Like, life was fun. There wasn't all this pressure to look a certain way, right? And you're gonna hear Clavicular talk a lot about how life is just easier if you're better looking. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be a reoccurring theme in this entire video. The only thing that you need to get through life is confidence. If you have confidence, the world is your oyster. And some of you guys might say, you know what, Scott, you're just saying that because you're a good-looking dude. Life has been super easy for you. I can't even get through that. I'll tell you what, guys, when I was in high school and I was in college, I actually had a hard time dating girls because I looked too much like a jock and they all thought I was a jockey douchebag before they got to know me. I literally had girls tell me that when I started dating them. Like, you know, at first when I met you, I thought you were just going to be like some cocky douchebag because you work out and you look good. And I was like, well, thanks. I'm actually into anime, collecting cards, working on my car, and treating women, you know, the way they should be treated. But that's besides the point. Let's get into today's video. But actually, before I do, I just want to say, I hope all of you had an amazing Thanksgiving weekend with your friends and family. We had a tremendously awesome weekend. In fact, we went down to Gainesville, Florida yesterday because my daughter is graduating from UF with an engineering degree in computer science, and we did a little family photo shoot. So here's a photo of me and my daughter with her sash and her cap there on the seat, taking a nice photo. I'm so proud of her. She's finally going to be moving the out of the house. I'm just kidding, but I'm very proud of her. So congratulations, Crystal, if you're watching this video, although you can probably hear me because you're playing Fortnite in the other room. Let's get back on task. So this dude, Clavicular, the guy on the right, this is actually Connor's video. If you guys haven't watched the whole thing, I'll link to it below. You know, Connor went to visit Clavicular because he's the most insane Looksmaxer. Like, he does all these crazy things to try to make himself look better. And the first thing I noticed in this video, because I watched John Bravo's video, and it basically, to me, it sounded like these Lookmaxer dudes do all of this stuff so that they can look better and get more chicks. And the entire video, I was waiting for like them to go from room to room and to be at least one chick in the house. Like, the whole video, there are no chicks anywhere to be seen. And again, I think it just comes down to confidence. I don't think that these dudes are getting girls the way they try to make you think that they are. I think they're actually just obsessed with the Looksmaxing stuff and the height to body fat ratios and all the weird shit they talk about. And he does all this crazy stuff. The dude is putting eyeliner on, but you do it just enough so that people can't notice that you're putting eyeliner on. He's using that scrunchy thing to curl his lashes. And I've actually seen one of these before because my mom used to use one all the time. And when I was a kid, my brother and I would like fight each other with them. We thought it was super funny. But like these guys literally have like this like skincare and body routine that they do every single day that like takes 100 times more time than the average woman does with their skincare and body routine. And to me, what woman would want to date or be with a guy like this that takes longer to get ready than they do? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this dude's life is so terrible that he doesn't even enjoy being outside or swimming in this beautiful pool that he has in the back of his house. Like, let me play this clip for you.
A decent amount of our time out here, obviously avoiding UV, considering how, carcinogenic that is. So
avoiding UV, considering how carcinogenic it is. This kid has no life outside of the Looksmaxing. Like, can you imagine not wanting to do things outside because you're afraid the UV lights are gonna damage your body? Like, this is insane to me.
But we do like to come out here to film, good view. Like, whenever we're doing like a cinematic shot, we'll go on this side right here. Use the view as kind of a scroll stopper, you know what I mean? Just get some more view, stuff like that. I've actually never stepped foot in this pool.
No swim maxing?
No swim maxing for me.
So basically, like, everything here is just like the studio to take photos so that people think they live like this amazing lifestyle, when in reality, it's almost like they're in jail. They're like in Looksmaxing jail. They can only do specific things at specific times, or else it's gonna ruin their Looksmaxing. Like, that's wild to me. And we're gonna go through more stuff in this video, but again, I went through Connor's entire video. Not one girl was seen anywhere in the house, and then they end the video with a workout, but before they work out, they spend time actually rating how dudes look. I can tell you with one hand how many times my friends and I rated how dudes looked when we were trying to go out and score chicks. It was this many times. Let's play this real quick.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, that's going to be an 8.5 out of 10.
Whoa.
8.5 out of 10? That's Superman's face. That's at least an 11 out of 10, let's be real. But it was this clip right here, and there's also a clip in John Bravo's video that I'm gonna share, and I'll link to Johnny's video down below too, that really kind of helped me understand why he is the way he is and thinks the way he thinks, right? So this one right here, I won't play this clip because it's kind of long and it goes in and out, but this dude basically got arrested for beating an underage woman. And I guess women online saw how this guy looked in his photos, that he was a good looking dude. And I guess they raised a lot of money for him on Kickstarter to help him out with his court fees or whatnot, right? And he basically took that information as the universe telling him, even if you beat women, you can kind of get out of trouble and women will still like you because you're a good looking dude. And let's play this part right here, because what he says in this clip from Johnny's video, I thought was just like, it's sad, honestly.
Right, so I was noticing who was going home with the pretty girls every night. I noticed it was really about 1 to 2% of men, right? So it was people who were very tall, people who were very good looking. This is something I was noticing over my formative years when I was a teenager growing up, right? So making these observations, kind of seeing that sometimes good looking people would be able to go up to women and start making out with them without saying anything. I kind of started to shift my worldview a little bit and realize, hey, okay, so this is like the most important metric and I have to go all in.
I hope you're watching Clavicular because I'm going to explain to you a little life lesson, okay? Women love the bad boy. We learned this lesson growing up. Nice guys finish last. I was way too much of a nice guy growing up in middle school and high school. And it wasn't until I got older that I started to be able to go on more dates and, I guess, score more chicks, if you want to say that, right? It sounds silly saying that on video, but the point I'm trying to prove is it doesn't really have anything to do with how good looking you are and how tall you are. It has to do with how confident you are. Women are attracted to confident men. And unfortunately, when it comes to like a bad boy, those dudes are usually overly confident. And that's what the women are attracted to. Women don't want a guy that's basically gonna be their lapdog. They want a challenge. And you can still be a confident dude without being a complete asshole and treating women poorly. That's the difference. That's where you're missing the mark. And good looking dudes, sure, they're being told their entire life that they're good looking, that they're a specimen. their confidence is through the roof. So that's why they're able to go out and pick up girls, because they are confident. The ultimate mission isn't to looks max and fuck up your face and get limb lengthening surgery and do meth before you work out because you think it's going to make your workouts better and make you leaner. Like, all of this superficial stuff that you're so focused on is going to mean nothing if, number one, you're dead because you've just destroyed your body, or number two, by the time you get to your 30s, 40s, 50s, you're so destroyed and so distraught, and you spend so much time focusing on things that don't matter, you're alone for the rest of your life. Like, you talk so much about how good-looking dudes get the chicks, blah, 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 blah. What are you gonna do when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you've destroyed your body, and you're not good looking, and there's no hope for you, and you're all alone in life, right? I hope that doesn't happen to you, but that's the future that you're basically going towards right now. And for a dude who spends so much time worrying about his looks, you would actually think he would enjoy going to the gym. But guess what? That couldn't be furthest from the truth. And this clip right here, this is on John's video, really pissed me off. Like, this told me everything I needed to know about him and the way he thinks. Check this out.
The journey is being in a sweaty ass gym, okay, full of a bunch of fucking gym cells and disgusting sweaty beasts. Okay, that's the journey, okay?
Bro literally is like rocking the Mugatu haircut right now. I think that's all I can think about when watching this clip. Hold on, sorry.
So if that's what you want, have the fuck at it. Go do your fucking journey, my G. But goddamn, I'm trying to spend as little time in that fucking shithole as possible. I hate the gym, okay, quite frankly. Or wait, no, do you like the gym, sir?
No. Dude, if you like it after like the first year and a half, like, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, it's fun at first, like just getting the pump, but then it gets like, okay, that's like going on a fucking roller coaster 100 times in a row. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
So, like, this kid will literally apply makeup every day. This kid will literally curl his eyelashes every day, but doesn't think that maintenance on his body, the thing that's going to allow him to live on this planet for the foreseeable future, which hopefully is a long time, maintenance on your body is really stupid, and it's just us wanting to go to a place where we can be surrounded by sweaty men. I said it at the beginning of the video, and I'll say it again, this generation is just so lost. We don't just go to the gym in order to build big muscles and get shredded. Fitness becomes a part of your lifestyle because the whole point of taking care of your body is to have longevity. So you can reach 50, 60 years old and you can still sit down and stand up without having to get a cane or call an ambulance, right? Like, there's so much more that goes into it, and that's just on the physical side. On the mental side, going to the gym and doing a hard workout and pushing your limits does so much for your ability to accomplish goals and does so much for your confidence outside of the gym that's the main reason why it's been a huge part of my life. When I discovered fitness at a very young age, it gave me something to work towards and something to aspire to, and it becomes something that you enjoy because those are the benefits you're getting out of it. I just think that these guys they fixate so much on their looks because they're looks maxers that they're just missing the entire point of what life is supposed to be about. And it gets even crazier. Let me play this clip for you where now they're doing bone smashing, where they're literally taking a hammer and smashing their bones to try to make their cheeks more pronounced. This is wild.
So now he wants to turn to dangerous surgeries. He's talking about going to Turkey to get double jaw surgery and implants in his face because...
Dude, that is freaking insane. And he talks about the double jaw surgery right here. And the reason why I had this tab up is just to show, like, this video was posted 9 days ago, so maybe they filmed it like a week or two ago. He's, after everything that he does, all the bone smashing, all the testosterone at 14, all the looks maxing, he still just looks like a regular average dude in this shot here where he's just casually being filmed. Like, I don't understand where all the benefits are. But the bro literally wants to get double jaw surgery, and he wants to get limb lengthening surgery. He's already 6'2", but he wants to be 6'5". Let me play this clip for you.
Double jaw surgery.
So you really can't change certain things without surgery. You can't change how long your mandible is. But the only means to correct this, is going to be through maxillofacial surgery, BIMAX or double jaw. So that's what I'm doing.
So your goal is to have like more of like a Chad face,
Correct.
Pretty much. Is there any risks or complications with that?
Yeah, so any surgery has complications, right? But I don't think that there's, any reason to fearmonger surgery. Everything has risks in life, but the risk to reward is definitely there for the double jaw, especially in my case, right? Even if you consider the fact that I'm an influencer, right? If I were to be better looking, it would benefit my career. So that's an example of why it's a huge...
So what he just said there about this benefiting his career as an influencer, to me, it's putting him more on the scale of like weird people doing weird shit versus good-looking people being super good-looking, and that's why I follow you, right? Just like this woman right here, I'm sure you've seen her all over Instagram with like the super exaggerated cheekbones, right? People don't follow her because they think that she's like this amazingly beautiful woman and she looks so incredible and they want her beauty tips. They follow her because she looks like a freak show. And if this kid continues to go down this path of doing all these wild things to his body, he's probably going to just get obsessed with it even more and continue to do more and more things because he's getting all this attention. But the attention that he's getting is because he's turning into the freak show, not that because he's becoming more good looking. Now, I mentioned earlier that Clavicular jumped on testosterone when he was 14 years old. Let me play this clip for you guys really quick, and then I want to show you one more thing.
Was there a specific moment that you remember where you were like, yeah, I'm just going to hop on testosterone, like when you're 14?
Just really taking a look at, what was possible and in terms of time frame. I wanted to get to my goals as quickly as
Literally haven't hit puberty yet, but let's continue.
possible, right? Because I always thought the idea of, telling people you work out and talking about all this stuff, but you're not big, to be just kind of ridiculous. It's like, dude, what are you actually getting after?
This is literally why all of the young kids in my gym are jumping on tests and jumping on SARMs or anything they can get their hands on after 3 months of working out, because all of this stems from wanting to be a big social media influencer. Like, that's what's driving all of these decisions. If social media didn't exist, I'm sure there would still be people like him doing this weird stuff. But if social media didn't exist and you weren't like fighting for likes and views, probably 90% of these young guys that are doing these crazy things to their bodies wouldn't exist today. Let's keep going.
So I was like, I'm going to get my physique going as quickly as possible. I do not care about side effects. I don't care about any implications.
Yeah, because you can get surgery for that, right, Ron? Just get surgery if your hair falls out. Just get surgery if you get gyno. If you have ED, there's pills you can take, right? That's the solution.
Implications of, this guy's using drugs. Like, none of that shit really fazed me. So I just wanted to, get to my goals as efficiently as possible.
So I believe he's like 19 years old now. So even after jumping on testosterone at 14 years old, we know he hates the gym. I can only imagine what his workouts are like. This is him in the gym with Connor at the end of the video. And you'll notice a few things here. Number one, he looks just like an average guy in the gym who's worked out for maybe like 3 or 4 months. And number two, he lies about how much weight he can bench. Bro's trying to convince us that he benches 245.
What's the PR on the bench?
245.
245? It's not too bad.
I got to rip.
And I want you to also notice something, again, that I noticed. And this goes back to what I said earlier, okay? I'm a huge reader of body language. And his body language, the entire video, especially here in the gym where you can see his full body, is that of a person who is very insecure, constantly worrying about how they look and how they're moving on camera. And you can see it and how stiff his shoulders are, the awkward gait of how he moves, like with his legs. Like, if you really pay attention to him getting up here and then basically talking about how he needs to go to the bathroom and do some meth for some pre-workout action, which is another crazy thing that I'm not even going to get into in this video. Just watch the body language.
A bathroom break before my set, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
So
Look how uncomfortable he looks.
I I'm honestly nervous for you, but
nervous for me?
I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
I just really want to fucking dial in for this workout, you know?
But you better
So cringe.
25. Don't rip a bathroom break and tell me we gotta bring the weight down.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And he's barely benching 185. Connor's pretty strong. And guys, like, I'm not saying he looked bad, but like he basically would have looked like this without taking testosterone at 14 years old and just training normally a few days a week. Like, he doesn't even have the physique of someone who needs to dedicate 5 days a week to the gym. He probably could have done an upper-lower split, been on a good diet, adequate protein, and he would have built the same exact physique that he has here. I'm sure the story is going to continue to just grow and grow because now that everybody is talking about it and there's more videos being made about it, more is going to be revealed. Looksmaxing to me is just insane. Like, imagine literally having such little confidence that you think you have to do all of this other weird stuff just to be socially accepted. Guys, it comes down to one thing: how confident you are in life, with women, in business. It doesn't matter. It comes down to confidence. Sure, looks can help, okay? But you know what? If you're fat and ugly, go to the gym and just be ugly.